Hey, what's up guys, I'm here with another video. I'm here showing off some Kenshin decks. Here we have red Kenshin versus blue Aoshi. The red Kenshin is just like a very aggro style deck with some keywords like most of the Kenshins all say if during your turn, if your opponent character would lose a battle to this character, it'll be moved to the energy line instead of being sidelined. And as well with like double attack on certain characters and being able to play some characters active on the turn they're played, being very aggro like that. And the blue Aoshi list has effects that let you play the base rate of that character onto the field active, so you could read it again, for example, or so you could do other effects with the other 4-cost Aoshi. It has a when played, you can switch it to resting one active OB1 group affinity card if you do switch this character to resting, so you could do something like that. But yeah, it's red Kenshin. Now with this set we did get introduced to the new cards as you see on the screen. It's a 2-cost, but if there's no cards in the field it becomes a 0-cost. Purple and blue both have these type of cards. Red does not, because I guess it was too powerful according to Union Arena for red to have it in our format right now, so that they remove it for red. But the blue card is it costs 2, but it gets reduced by 2 if you have no cards in the field. Then you look at top 3, you trash 1, and then you put back the other 2 in the top of your deck. And then Kenshin, we put 2 Kenshins out on the field. One of the Kenshin is a search Kenshin. Look at top 3, add a Kenshin to hand, and if you added a card, trash a card. The other card that we need to talk about is the 2 AP Kenshin that gives the player the ability that all Kenshins on the field lose their during your turn effect. So instead of being able to move characters to the back line, it gets sidelined instead, and it removes all during your turn effects, so not just certain ones. And it doesn't matter if the Kenshin gets sidelined or rated on top of, it's an aura effect that always happens no matter what. We see more searching with the blue player. Passing the turn. Yeah, the red deck is very aggressive when it comes to the playstyle. We're gonna push a 3k. The red deck does have a 0-cost 3k body, which is insane, especially for the early game. Just being able to block 2500s and 2ks pretty easily. And then there's also a red Kenshin that is a 2-cost. That is a 4k body, but during your turn it loses 1000. So on your opponent's turn is a regular 4k body. So it's a pretty good card off rip. It just looks like the blue deck is gonna pop off soon. Let's see what he does here on his 3rd turn. He AP to play that, then he restood AP restand. Then he's gonna raid the search card. So you're gonna look at top 3, I believe. You search for an OP1 group or your special trigger for the deck. And so you get a lot of hits off of these because you're able to search your special. Some of the other searchers for the other decks don't let you search your special. So if you find the special, you could just bottom deck it. That kind of sucks sometimes. So he does get what's her name, Miso, which is just on play it generates 2 energy. So you get to choose one. So you could generate 2 energy, or on play you could give something 1000, and then active it means switch to resting, give one of your characters plus 1000, and bounce this character back to hand so you can play it again next turn. So he's just gonna flood the board a little bit with his AP restand there. Swinging 4k. Red Kenshin is gonna take it. Ends up being a draw trigger. And he passes. He has 2 4Ks on the board and a 2500 on the board. So he's pretty set up there. So we're going to push up the 4K that on my turn becomes a 3K. Then we're going to pay 1. Play another 2-cost Kenshin. And now we're going to play the 3-cost Karusu that on play I could pitch a card from hand, activate her. But at the end of the attack phase, if she's active, I could rest her. If no cards on my opponent's field were sidelined this turn, I could draw a card. So I am going to activate main, or on play her to restand her, trashing the Kenshin. Then we're going to play Oath Not to Kill to restand 2. We're going to pop off right here a little bit. We're going to raid the Kenshin. This Kenshin on play, I could get 1 character and push it to the back line. So pushing it to the back line would not sideline it. It just gets removed instead. And then we're gonna raid this Kenshin, on play, draw a card, and then it has a 1 attacking once per turn. I could trash a card from hand and then restand it. So we're gonna swing 4K first, pitching a card, and then taking closest to him. It's a draw trigger for him. 4K again. No trigger. 4K impact. Ends up being a color trigger, so he bounced the... There's 2 3Ks, and then 1 3K right now turns into a 4K on his turn. So I'm pretty sure that's the one he's going to bounce. Yeah, he bounced the 4K on his turn, and then I'll pass turn because the other one just gets blocked by the 4K. And I do tap the Karu to draw a card at the end of the attack phase. So I am at 3 energy, so I'm not completely screwed over in mana, even though I had like a very aggressive turn. He does push up the 4K impact nullification raid. He's gonna play Aoshi that during your turn it gains 1000. Then does he raid here? Let's check. Oh, he's gonna take that back actually. I think he's gonna play the event card. Yeah, the event card lets him play an Aoshi from trash or hand. If he plays it from hand, he draws a card. What he's gonna do instead is just replaces the. It's the same. He plays the same card, but he just draws a card because of it. And the thing is, if that card's active at the end of the turn, it gets sidelined instead. Because it's parts of the effect. Because the other raid does the same thing. If you can remove the card from underneath him, play it active on the field. If it stays active at the end of the turn, you sideline it. So let's see what happens here. He's gonna do the search on the top, put it in the front line. You could pitch a searcher, put the next 2 on top. And then pay 1 to special the impact Kenshin. And then he's gonna swing. He has 2 4K bodies that could successfully swing over my character. So I'll probably take 2 hits here. Most likely. So he takes top. Ends up being a color trigger. I'll KO his 2500. Aoshi. And then 4K again. Ends up being a draw trigger off a life. And that's one of the draw triggers that I've added recently because I didn't have them originally. It's an event card that says draw a card, choose one of your Kenshins. It gains when attacking, draw a card. So it's pretty good. So I'm gonna start off with giving that because I did have one in hand to that Kenshin. So I'll draw a card and then give that Kenshin when attacking, draw a card to see if I draw anything before I play anything down. So I'll play one to play a Kenshin in the back line, I believe. Yeah, play Kenshin in the back line, then pay one to raid. We're gonna push back his impact nullification. Then we're gonna swing. When attacking, draw a card, and then when attacking once per turn, I also have the pitch a card to restand it. I was returning on the lights again because I did have a little issue here with the lights. There you go. So when attacking, draw, and then when attacking, pitch a card. So we do both of them in our order of choosing. So I believe we draw a card and then we pitch a card because that's the ideal way to do it. I was explaining to him exactly what was happening so we don't get confused here for later. So I'll draw a card and then we'll pitch a card for the effect, so restanding him, pitching the color trigger, and he'll take top life. Ends up being a draw trigger. Then we'll swing again, drawing another card. And then, does he take it here? I think he blocks this one. Yeah. Oh, he blocks it with the little character because he can block the 3K, take the impact, yep. So here, he blocks. It goes push back to the back line. Then I swing impact. Ends up being an active trigger, I believe. And then pass turn, activating the card so nothing got sidelined. I draw a card. And then going back to his turn, you can see that draw for turn. Then he's gonna push forward to 4K. Yep. He's gonna activate Miso's effect. Bouncing it back to hand, giving it 5K, giving it 1,000 more. Pay one, playing his event that lets him get an Aoshi from the trash. He's gonna get, I think he needs to get the other one, right? The color trigger. The color trigger says if it's played from an event or from an effect, it draws a card. So that's there. So then we're gonna do it again. To grab the same card, drawing a card. So we're just trying to find for answers at this point. And then he raids, or EP extends into a raid, maybe? Yeah, he needs 4 energy in the back, so he has to play it this way. So he plays a 4K vanilla, and then he attacks with 2 4Ks on the board. So obviously Kenshin just takes the hits here because he's just in a good spot. Add this card to hand, it is a 0-drive Kenshin. Taking another hit here with the 4K. It ends up being a final trigger going to trash. So now draw a card for turn. Pushing forward Kenshin. And then yeah, he was just telling me he couldn't find the raids from the set. And it's pretty much it's just game no matter what I do here. It's playing, because he was just explaining to me, that's why I'm taking a little bit long. Play a Karu is the protection Karu, so I'm gonna protect the Kenshin unless he pitches a card from hand. And then play another one to protect the other one. And then we're gonna play another double attack Kenshin. Drawing a card on attack, so I'll have 6 swings on board with 1 impact. He just takes the hit because he has only 3 characters, so. And that's game. Hopefully you guys enjoy. There will be more content soon about Kenshin because I do have the purple deck as well. Peace.